People, Deluded. Now, in regards to the 10 position, we know it's a, or if you don't want to get hung up on the 10 position per se, let's say the creative spark in the team. Typically, it's the central position. If it's not that, the man in the middle of the park that helps the strikers press. You know what Ramsey was doing this season, specifically in big games. Now, there's a lot of candidates I believe can do that. There's people we can bring in. Obviously, we've got Mkhitaryan and Mesut Ozil already at the club. Make of that what you will. Emil Smith-Rowe can develop into that. Nelson's a winger, but I think he can play there. Obviously, we've been linked with Maurice and other players that can fill in there and do certain things. So there is a lot of options. But I do remember Emre saying we could solve this internally, and I believe you could. I feel in time Emil Smith-Rowe can do that. Can actually do that and develop into that. He is that. I think he's going to be a 10 and an 8 long term versus his youth days on the flanks. We need to give him time. I feel Nelson's a winger, but he can play in that role and thrive in terms of interchanging movements and things like that. Obviously, you've got Mkhitaryan and Ozil that can do it. There's question marks over work rate. But surely Iwobi's got to be there, people. Personally, and I think he's actually said it himself, we know he's made his name off playing up front on the flanks, coming up through the academy, but I think he's a 10, people. I think long term he's a 10. Whether we can get the goals and assists and have the creative impetus to succeed at that level is a different case, people. But I believe long term he is a 10, people. If you remember Emre saying that we can solve this internally as well, surely that's Iwobi. Like I said, goals and assists and just being that creative spark consistently in the team, we'll have to see it from Iwobi. But surely, as he's 23 now, he's going to be crafted into that role. I even think long term he could play in a sort of more withdrawn central midfield role because he can link up well with his teammates. I feel personally he's better inside, connecting with his teammates. I feel Iwobi can obviously dribble and he's got good physique and he's decently paced, but I feel he's better in tight spaces, playing small little 1-2s and things like that. And I think he comes alive with that sort of thing, to be fair with you. So could Iwobi be that? Again, of course, attacking impetus, goals and assists, you want to see more from him, and it's not the most, as much as I like Iwobi, it's not the most inspired option, but surely that's got to be considered. Like I said, you've got Emil, you've got Iwobi specifically, you've got people we can bring in, you've got people at the club. It's good, on one hand it's good to have options, but we also know there's the conversation to be had about quantity over quality, people. Like I said, Emil's still young, Iwobi's still got inconsistencies into his game, but surely that's an option for him. And obviously, with talk of wingers coming in, I know Iwobi's played a lot of games and Emre loves him and he signed a new deal and that. But surely Iwobi coming off the flanks and playing there could free up the wide positions, maybe for Saka and Amici to get game time. If not, for experienced pros that Emre wants to bring in. If not, Nelson on the flanks, as well as Martinelli eventually, or a new winger that we're being linked with every other day, to be fair with you. And ultimately, generally, people, it gives us good options. I mean, you would, assuming they signed officially because they're not here yet, Martinelli, you'd have Maurice of Lorient, you have Emil, you have Nelson, Saka, and Michi. Good options that can play, Iwobi as well, that can play across the front three positions, excluding the striker. Obviously, they can be filled in there, but that's not them. And that's almost a typical Arsenal thing in that multifunctional players. But we'll see how it develops, people. On that note, I'm going to get out of here, people. DG, I'm out. Thank you for watching.